We've all heard the expression, dogs are a man's best friend. But what about wolves? What are wolves to us? Wolves are fascinating creatures, aren't they? They're elegant, powerful, and somewhat mysterious, which is why we've created so many legends and myths about them over the years. But beyond their wild appearance, what do you really know about these animals? When it comes to the relationship between wolves and humans, it's a bit complicated. We tend to demonize wolves, portraying them as vicious, evil creatures, even though that's not necessarily true. Most of our negative perceptions of wolves come from legends and stories. And if we're honest with ourselves, there's no reason for us to fear these animals because they don't attack humans unless they feel threatened. But let's get back to our story. Did you know that wolves are highly adorable animals? Even though they're considered vicious, ruthless predators, they're actually incredibly cute animals, especially when they're still pups. It's hard to imagine, but wolves are one of the most affectionate and loving animals toward their family members. They show affection through licks and gentle touches, similar to dogs. But unlike dogs, they're much more reserved and usually only show affection in private. Wolf packs are essentially families, a mother and father, the alpha pair, and their offspring. Therefore, every loss is not just the death of a pack member, but also the loss of a relative. For this reason, grief responses can be very strong. You might think that animals don't have feelings like grief, but it's not true. They feel grief in different ways than we do, but they feel it nonetheless. Studies have recorded that after a loss, howls become longer, slower, and lower in frequency. This change may reflect their inner emotions, as well as send a message of unity to the rest of the pack. When a wolf dies, the area where the death occurred is often avoided by the pack for some time. This may serve as both an emotional withdrawal and a precaution against possible danger. The loss of pups is when the most intense reactions are seen. After such a loss, mother wolves may remain motionless at the den for hours. They may refuse to bring food back to the den or even keep the dead pup's body close for several days. Such behaviors have also been observed in elephants and primates. The scent of a missing pack member is often followed for a long time. In some observations, the search continued until the lost wolf's scent had completely disappeared. Wolf mourning behavior shows striking similarities to that seen in elephants, dolphins, crows, and chimpanzees. This demonstrates that grief is not unique to humans. You may think that your pet dog will never leave your side. However, a recent study shows that dogs grieve when they lose their owners too. If you've ever lost a pet, you know how sad and empty it feels. Losing a part of your family is never easy, even if they're just a pet. But did you know that your pets grieve in their own way? How do pets cope with the loss of their owner? Is it similar to how we grieve? Well, it's not exactly the same, but they do experience grief in their own unique way. So let's take a closer look at how our pets grieve and how they cope with the loss of their owner. First off, let's talk about dogs. Dogs are known for being loyal and loving companions, but they can also be very sensitive. Just think about how upset they get when you raise your voice at them, or when they hear loud noises like thunder or fireworks. Now imagine how they must feel when their beloved owner passes away. Studies have shown that dogs can grieve for their owners in a number of ways, including becoming depressed, refusing to eat, excessive vocalization, pacing and restlessness, destructive behavior, and changes in sleep patterns. They may also try to find their owner's scent by sniffing around the house or searching for them outside. And if you're feeling down yourself, your dog may try to comfort you by licking your face or cuddling up to you. That's just how much they care. Cats are a bit different, but they still grieve in their own unique way. Cats are known for being independent and aloof, but they can also be very attached to their owners. A cat may grieve in a number of ways, including becoming lethargic, hiding, loss of appetite, excessive grooming, or changes in litter box habits. Some cats may also become vocal, meowing more than usual, or seeming to call out for their owner. It's important to remember that every animal is different and will grieve in their own way. There's no right or wrong way to grieve, and no set amount of time that it should last. Some animals may move on quickly, while others may take longer to cope with the loss. If you're concerned about your pet's behavior after the loss of their owner, don't hesitate to reach out to a vet or animal behaviorist for help. Now let's look at birds. Birds are known for their beautiful songs and vibrant colors, but they can also be very emotional creatures. When a bird loses a mate or a flock member, they may become quiet, stop singing, and lose interest in food. They may also spend a lot of time looking for their lost companion or calling out to them. Some species of birds will even perform a bleeping behavior, where they bob up and down and make a bleeping sound. This is a type of mourning behavior that has been observed in gibbons, apes, parrots, and even domestic chickens. Reptiles and amphibians are a bit different, but they still grieve in their own unique way. Reptiles and amphibians are often seen as cold-blooded creatures, but they can also form bonds with their owners. When a reptile or amphibian loses a companion, they may become less active, stop eating, or spend more time hiding. Some reptiles may also bask more frequently, while some amphibians may vocalize more than usual. In conclusion, all living creatures feel emotions and have their own unique way of expressing them. Animals are no exception. They feel emotions just like us, and they express them in their own unique way. So the next time you see your pet, take a moment to appreciate the love and affection they have for you. They may not be able to say it in words, but their actions will show you how much they care. Now it's your turn to share your thoughts. Do you have any experiences with animals that you'd like to share? Or maybe you have a funny story about your pet. Please share it with us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.